morning, Dr. Hannan. It's
Good
a pleasure
morning.
to have you here. Could you please introduce yourself quickly?
My name is Abdul Hannan Waheed. I am from the Maldives. In my official capacity, I am the Chief Executive Officer of the Maldives Qualifications Authority, which is under the Minister of Higher Education. And apart from that, I am involved in many other fields as well. Like one prominent field is current affairs analysis.
Okay.
I appear on VTV, which is a local channel, to provide analysis of press in world affairs, including Ukraine war, American elections, British political affairs, Indian and Australian, Brazilian elections, and anything that happens in the world, I give the coverage in my analysis. And also, apart from that, I am also a chartered linguist, member of the Chartered Institute of Linguists of UK, and under that I do carry out translations, interpretations, editing sort of thing. And also I am a skilled Arabic calligrapher as well. And also I supervise master's students in writing their dissertations and so on.
That's very interesting. I would like to start talking about the energy security conference that we are having here in Kochi, and I would like to ask you some questions. My first question to you is that what should we do to ensure better resource management for the energy security in our region?
That is an important question. I think that sort of questions are asked nowadays because of the situation we are living in today. And now we are talking about this region, South Asia. In terms of better management of energy resources, I think it's not easy for this region. First of all, we have to acknowledge that this region has not enough energy resources as far as the current most used energy resources like oil and gas. There is not enough, especially when India is involved, because India is a big country. India is a hungry economy, growing ever wider and bigger, and fast catching up, going up to be one of the biggest economies in the world. So for that, India need energy, and India has oil and gas reserves. It produces oil and gas a lot better than many countries in the world, but still that is not enough for India itself. India has to import oil and gas. So therefore it is very difficult for India, for example, to give or export oil and gas. They can't. And when we look at other countries like Bangladesh, Bangladesh also have found some oil and gas reserves recently in Bay of Bengal, but that is not enough. And of course, Pakistan also has some, but that is not enough. And Sri Lanka maybe they don't have, and Maldives have never explored oil and gas. There was some effort. So my point is, there is not enough resources in terms of oil and gas. But I think now we are talking about green energy. When we talk about green energy and blue economy, that's where new ideas should come. So the energy nowadays doesn't only mean oil and gas. There are other renewable energy resources that we can explore, based on wind, based on solar. So these sort of resources countries can enhance and develop and use it.
I think this is pretty good answer for my second question as well, which was how can we transition to more sustainable resources when it comes to energy and the resources in our region without disrupting the current flow of energy. So you have put it very well. Could you also shed some light on that? How do you think we can do it with the current without disrupting the current flow of energy?
Yeah, I think apart from solar energy and wind energy, there is another source also which is tidal energy. I think that has been explored to some extent in this region, but maybe not enough. Yeah.
All right. My other question to you is would South Asia be able to export the energy to other region and support the world through energy crisis? Because you can see right now in the whole Western world, they are facing certain kind of energy crisis. Do you think if we cooperate and if we have a better cooperation when it comes to energy resource management, would we be able to exchange and also produce enough energy to give to the other regions of the world?
The current capacity doesn't allow that, but we don't know what would happen in the future if we can harness the other resources like tidal wave energy, solar energy, and wind energy. Maybe we can produce more energy and export to other regions. But based on the experience of Sri Lanka, Sri Lanka bankrupted, and one reason was unaffordability of the oil and gas prices. It went rocket high, and they can't afford. And such times, if countries can help each other, that would be good. But based on the current capacity, this region is not in a place that can export energy to other countries.
All right. What do you think we are doing better in comparison to the other regions of the world to overcome energy crisis?
I think looking at what happened, for example, in Europe, we saw Europe was over relying on Russian gas, and then after the war eruption between Russia and Ukraine, Europe suffered. They realized this was a mistake to rely too much on one country, and still they are suffering, especially in the winter. But I think in the South Asia, it is not like that. In South Asian countries like India and other countries are not really relying on one country, and therefore disruption from one country will not affect this region. So, for example, India is still importing oil and gas from Russia even after the war eruption. So maybe, and also other regions as well from Gulf also. So I think in this balance, this region we saw manage the situation better in that sense.
All right. Thank you so much for giving your time here today, and we are very honored to have you in our conference. Thank you so much.
Thank you, my pleasure.